So why don't you tell us about what is your life today? Who is Marc Cremer today?
Yeah, first of all, I want to correct you a little bit. Chetan and I don't know each other only from working together in the same company, IT company, but actually our fathers know each other also and work together. 50 years back. Okay. I will tell you my story starting from my family. You can see that we have 3 sons. Tim on the left side is my oldest. He's 14 years old and he's a specialist in marine aquariums and fisheries. Then there's Benedict, my wife. She's sitting here and she's very much part of the business. Actually, it's very wrong that I am sitting here alone because Green Tokery is not a one-man show. And we have a couple of people, we have shareholders, we have many friends, we have employees who dedicate their life, and actually we should all be sitting here. But I think I'm the one who hates talking publicly least. Okay, then you see Lars, the youngest one, 9 years, he's a specialist, or he's a master in remote control cars, the gadgets. And then there's my middle eldest son, Niels. He loves chicken, he loves fish, he loves everything that has to do with the farm, and actually he threatens that he told me that, Dad, you cannot sell the company because I want to take it over. I find this very strange because I was just the opposite when I grew up. Okay, then here you see Benedict in action. Benedict and I married 15, 17, 16 years ago. And when I met Benedict, she comes from a non-entrepreneurial family, not business family. And she didn't really like the fact that I wanted to go into business. So I told her that, it's very nice to run your own show and to have your own company, because you can take holidays whenever you want, and you're the boss, and you can work from anywhere, any place. And she believed me. But yes, but actually now she's very much part of it, and I think the roles are slowly changing that I have to chase her out of work. Because the boys are now old enough so she can work more with me. This is part of our team on the farm. We have started very small, first with one plot and one little area, and this is tricking me. And then we invited one family to come and stay with us and stay on the farm. And our employees come from remote villages which are drought hit and where there's no work. And then they come and have children at our place. And actually, I think we have only 2 or 3 families there because they keep calling their brothers or sisters or in-laws. And so our whole team, that's the drawback, at marriage celebrations is missing. Because they all have to go. This was Dasera just this year. There's a couple of children of them, but this is only half of the children crowd. And they're all born around on our plots. Yeah? They visit the local schools. We have plots in 3 areas, so there's 2 or 3 schools where they go to. And it's very nice to see how they live there and are happy. Here you can see Tim, our oldest son, playing with them. And this was a game where they played taxi with the bicycles. And he told me that, Dad, you can't believe how light these kids are. It's no effort at all to take them around, to ferry them around. Although they should have good food at the farm. Here you can see the farmhouse. So I'm 3 or 4 days a week at the farm. On Thursdays I vanish. This is also why I initiated that you have a Wednesday session. And I stay in this place and the farms are around, but this is not only a house, it's really a farmhouse. It's a house where we do all the production, where the workshop is being used, whether it's the tractor or the bicycle or anything, it is repaired over there. When we need to dry tomatoes, what these red patches that you see are tomatoes that are being sun-dried. Yeah? And everything starts from here, and we have meetings and store the seeds in the fridge. So this is a real farmhouse, and if you ask me now for work-life balance, I must say that it's either very unbalanced or it's extremely balanced. Because there's, the boundaries are very, very flexible. Yeah? We don't really know when we start work and we don't really know when we stop it. but it's not only non-problematic, I must say. Yeah? The older I get, the more disciplined I become, I must say. At least have the tendency when the kids come, and want something, then I put down the work and put off everything and attend to the kids. But my wife claims that they don't come often enough.
So, can we move on now to talk about, can you describe what Green Cookery does in a few lines? What is the business? I'm not sure everybody knows the business of Green Cookery. We've all seen the vans and we see the salads in the shop, but it's a new product for our market. So can you just tell us what the business of Green Cookery is?
Yeah, actually I would like to, but maybe it's not nice to ask who doesn't know Green Cookery.
Yes, let's check. Is there someone who doesn't know what Green Cookery does? Yes, there are people who don't know.
Good, so there's...
I'm glad you were honest about it.
So there's
we know.
Yes. Good. Okay, so Green Cookery is a farm, or a farming business. And it started as a hobby while I was still doing IT. So I'm... Vivek, you said there's not so many IT guys here, but I think I have to also contribute to the IT bandwagon. I was in IT for a long time, and while I was doing this, we already started the farm. Initially, it was more a hobby, and we grew vegetables for ourselves, and we enjoyed the greenery outside, and not be in air-conditioned offices all the time. So this started in 2001, but only 2006 I exited from the IT company. I sold it to a big concern, and then finally I had the money that I could waste in agriculture. And that time that we started, first I thought I take a sabbatical now, I'm out of the rat race, and I do something for my children and my family and be at home. But actually then that's why we first employed a manager who ran the farm. And then when the manager after 1 year said he had to go home, he had a farm actually in Ethiopia, so he wanted to return because that was not doing well. Then I had no option but to take over myself. So then, since then, and it's actually quite a while, since 5 years I'm working as a full-time employee for 1 rupee a year. And have initially worked more on the farm, more in the field, and have over time realized that actually the farm can be run very well by the employees and by the farm manager and the supervisors. And I'm more and more on the marketing and the product planning and the other stuff on the other side. I quickly show you the products that we do. So there's one range of products, and that's how we started. This is salads and herbs. The idea was that salad and herb was something that one would get over here, but the ashram gobbled up half of the entire production, and there wasn't left much for everyone else. So we thought, yeah, it's a difficult enough crop to grow, so not every farmer can come and undercut the price, and it is something that the growing middle class would also try to buy or like to buy. So we started with this, and until today, actually, salads and herbs make up maybe 70% of our revenue. Yeah. But we expanded, and that was mainly under the influence of my wife, because I'm a big believer in concentrate on something and then become the best in it, and be the master of it, and then go forward. But I had to learn the rough way that in agriculture nothing is strict. Yeah, when you think you have a good crop coming within a week or something, it can all be eaten up by insects or by caterpillars. A hailstorm can come and you're left with salad that looks like there was a war on your field. So, so diversification was what my wife forced me to, and now in hindsight I'm very happy for this. Right? So because diversification also means that that when one crop is damaged, the other crop isn't. When demand for something goes up or goes down, the other one might catch it up. But the second way of dealing with overproduction in one time and underproduction in the second is to conserve food. Yeah, this is what, throughout human history has been done, and we did the same thing, and it started like this in the house that I showed you, that we said, what do we do with these 50 kilos of capsicum? They can't go waste, but the market didn't want them. And some of them had a little spot something or were not 100%, so we said, come, let's pickle them. So we started with this, then we understood that, oh, that's a great way of not only conserving things and starting to utilize them, but of adding value to what we grow. because the product, the